Hello, I am Dragon Hunter, and I have been working on the TTT map, and it looks like the module is pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to release it today, and I'm going to show you guys how to install it to your own maps. So if you download it, which I'll give the link once we're done here, you will get this folder, and if you open it up, it will just be a project, because that's the easiest way that I've found to do it. And if you open up the project, it should look much like this. Actually, it'll look probably like this. And then you just have to open up TTT, and this is everything. It looks a little intimidating. It's really not that hard. I tried to make most of it, drag and drop. So all you have to do is click on the TTT folder, right-click, and migrate it to your project. You can just ignore that. Wait, why isn't that saved? Yours won't say that. That needs saved. I changed it. Okay. And it shouldn't say any of that. It should simply prepare it to migrate like this. Say OK, and then find your project you want to migrate it to. I'm going to move it to, let's see, it's under documents actually. Where was I going? This is the default location. This is one of my older maps. I'm going to put it in Swivel House. You put it in the content folder of your map, wherever that happens to be saved. Hit OK, and it'll copy it over. And if it says that some things can't be copied, it's not a big deal. It's just either engine content or like the plugin content. Don't have to worry about it. And then I'm going to open the other one. There we go. And this is my Swivel House map. It's just a goofy little map I made a while ago, and nobody really played it, so I'm going to add TTT and see if maybe you get some gameplay. And you will now have, as you can see, the TTT module that I just migrated over is going to be under your custom maps. It has to be inside the UGC. So the first thing you do is drag it into UGC and move folder here. And then anytime you go to move anything, you have to right-click the tier above it. Oh, it's still going. And fix up redirectors just to make sure it moves all the redirectors properly. Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. And now that it's in the TTT folder, you get to try to make sense of all this. Luckily, I consolidated most of the stuff that you need into this one thing. So if you don't want to build your own cell area, you can just drag this in. And this is the cells, and it'll take care of most of the work. If you want to build your own, you can still use this as just like an outline. Just look at it and see what I did. You can open it up and look at it. Or you can just place it in the level like I did. Look in the viewport, and you can see what all I have. So just to explain it in case you want to build your own, there's the one main holding area that has the main module in it. So you would drop, like build the main area, and then this one right here, TTT main module, would go in it. Let me get that back up. Okay. And then you probably want at least one scoreboard in the holding area. And there's also the TTT screen, as it's called, on the wall here. And we'll show you how to use that later. And then you also need 10 cells that make it so they can't leave this little area. You can see the kind of box outline here. This is the cell. It's a TTT prisoner spawn. So you need 10 of these, and don't do anything special with them. Just make 10 rooms that they can't get out of, and drop one of these in each. You can try to line up these posters with the walls. If you want to do that, you would open up the thing itself. Here, let me load that up for you. That's this one. And so what you can do is, let's say if these aren't lined up with what you have, you would go into this one thing and move it in here, and that will actually move it here too. It's kind of hard to tell because I'm doing this on one monitor. But yeah, let's see, let's just undo that. Okay. Come on, it's compiling. Get out of here. So you have 10 cells with the prisoner spawn blueprints, And that comes with, I think I did everything. I think it comes with the light too. The how to play, the scoreboard, on the front of the bars. Oh, I didn't hide that shit. Yeah, you're gonna need to hide that. I messed that up. Let's go back into that. I'll fix it for the next upload, actually. Come on. If you have one and it's not hidden, you just go into here, click your role is, that's supposed to be hidden by default. It would fix after the first round, but you can show these if you want to see where it lines up in here. Like you could tell it was lined up properly. That's pretty much it. There's also a no fire volume. I believe that's under there. There we go. That I created. It's very simple. I just made a blueprint so it's easier. You can place this anywhere. You can use this for other stuff too. You don't even have to actually use what I built. You can just look at it and you can see it's just a collision box with specific collision. Custom presets, you just have to make it world static, but it's query only. And everything's ignored except for bullet scrabbles. Basically, it just has to be world static, and it'll keep you from firing while you're in it. You can see I actually made it a little bit bigger than the cell area, so you can't stick your gun out and fire or anything. So you probably want to cover your area in one of those. Why isn't it going away? Shoot. Whatever. And put some scoreboards. Yeah, so if you want to build your own one of these, you can do that. Just use this as an example. Or you can place this in the level, and there's 3 different elements. Those are the materials. You can make it look like whatever you want. Where are my materials? So I had this set up like that. And then there's the floor, which I believe I used this. And then the other one is the bars. Okay. So it has a little bit of customization that you can do on the preset one. And you just want to drop it somewhere in your level. Make it look nice. That's good enough. And you can do as much or as little. If you don't like seeing it in your level like this, you can still add the materials because you're going to see it from inside, but you can just hide it somewhere. Like theoretically, I could put it under here, and you don't even have to see it in the level. Of course, you'd see it if you fell. You do want to have it somewhat near the level, because if you're too far away, it will cull the pawns when you are trying to show it on the screen. So you don't want it like super far away, but you can hide it somewhere under the level or wherever you feel like. And then, let's see, let me check my list of notes. So after you've placed the cell, you need to place the other required TTT stuff, which is just a couple of things. You want the player spawns. This is the places that it can spawn your characters in the level after it does the role assignment. So you want to just scatter these around wherever you'd have, like basically wherever you'd have your Pavlov spawns for deathmatch, or you don't have to spread them out. You can have everyone spawn together, but I think it's probably best. You can put them pretty much however you want. I'm just doing this real quick. Let's put some over here. Losing track of where I put them. That's okay. Maybe one over here. Let's see, that's only 11. Let's do some more. Here. Okay, good enough. So after you have those spread out, that's pretty much all you need to do as far as the TTT side of the required components that make the game actually function. But there's a couple other things you probably want to add that make it a little more pleasant, and that would be the camera, which I made a blueprint for. So as you can see, there's already a screen in here. If you build it yourself, the screen's right here. You can also use this to test it. So like, let's say we just set this here, make it much bigger, just so you can see what we're doing. And then you will place the camera, TTT screen camera. Look, you can already see it updating. And what I like to do, since I just made one that you can put into your level, is have it give like a top down. Oops, that's not the right rotation. We'll just point that at the ground. And I actually did it from looking in here. There we go. So you can just rotate it how you like. Let's see, I want to like that. I've actually decided it works better if you make it, so you can control this like any camera. If you make it orthographic, there we go. And then instead of dragging it around, you would just change this. Something like that. And now it's like two-dimensional instead of perspective. But we could, there we go. Maybe a little more than 5,000 or 6,000. I'm just trying to do this quickly so we can see how it's done. Kind of want even a little more than that. Anyway, not that big of a deal. Cool, we'll call that good. That shows most of it. So now people that are in this room will be able to watch what's going on, and that'll live update and show, it even shows like the sparkles for the detective, and if you were a T, you could see your other teammate, and that's pretty cool. And the other thing after you set up the camera is scoreboards. You want to have, now there's one in here and there's one in each cell, but you probably want to be able to see it while you're playing too. So you can take this one right here, TTT scoreboard, and just drop it in the level. Let's take a look and see how it wants to be rotated. Check it out a little. Let's make that a hell of a lot bigger. There we go. And if you're curious what it's going to look like, you can select the other ones and turn them on. You can do like these two. I think there's a top one and a bottom one. Turn them on. That's what it's going to look like. Oopsie. Anyway. What are you doing? There we go. I like to angle it down a little bit because they're going to be down here. Looks good enough for a quickie job. Okay. We're going to hide those again. That's ready to go. We'll put another one right here. Should be good. And just a couple of them is probably fine. If you, I mean, the more you put, the more it's going to have to update. Oh yeah, we can get rid of that. Every time it updates, so it is going to be slower the more you put, but you can put a fair number of them. There's already one in each cell. I mean, I should probably turn those off, but it's just convenience. Yeah, you can put them wherever you want. I'm just gonna have the two. What next? So after you set up the optional components, you are going to need to fix your level to be more compatible with this game mode. The most important thing being these Pavlov spawns. You probably had them scattered all over your level, which you're going to be replacing with these player spawns. And then take the Pavlov spawns, and they all have to be inside. Let's see if I can select them all. They'll have to be inside the main module volume, like so. Tell me I didn't fix that. Oh, it's in the floor. That's what's going on. Just going to line it up a little, pop them out. There we go. You can put them however you want in here. This is just where people are going to spawn when they died before the round's over. they'll spawn in here and we'll get to watch the scoreboard and watch this and knife each other because I can't turn that off yet. But yeah, you could just put one, but everyone will spawn on top of each other. I like to spread out at least 10 so that people can have their at least a little bit of personal space when they respawn. And after you move the Pavlov spawns, you probably want to take the bombs out, because I mean you could have them in, and there's some more options to be able to like hide and show things based on what game mode it's in, but this was never a real good search and destroy map anyway. I'm just going to take all the Pavlov bomb spots and delete them, and that's good enough for me. And that is pretty much it. Once you've placed this or built your own, and then place the spawns, move the spawns inside, place the optional stuff, you're ready to go. The only thing you might want to change is the thumbnail, because you want people to know that if it's that it's TTT, and also that they have to pick deathmatch, or it's not going to really work properly. Let me fix this real quick. Saving those. Just making sure I don't show my desktop again. Okay, we're going to save all, because I forgot to do that. Okay, and you would, let's see if I can find it. I already updated this, just to give an example of what I mean. There we go. DM equals TTT. Basically just something like that, so people know what to do when they're selecting it. And then we can upload. That's pretty much it. So you're going to want to build lighting, but that's going to take a little while, so I'm not going to do that right now. And then make sure you save all before you deploy. And then go to the Pavlov workshop. You probably know how to do this if you've made a map. Sync metadata if you've done something like change the thumbnail or change the name. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably change that too. Let's go to the definition. It is not just Swivel House, it is TTT Swivel House. How did I name the other one? What's my naming convention? Hold on. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Village TTT, can do. Save, close, save all, sync metadata, and added TTT, just that easy. Submit. Oh, sorry, I just saw your message in chat. I don't know if you're still here. Yeah, this is TTT. That's what I'm doing, is showing, I'm releasing it as a module, and you're going to be able to install it onto any map. And it's going to come with all the blueprints. You can look through them if you want, dissect it, make it better, change them, whatever you want to do. It is within your power. We're pretty much done now. I'm just going to load it up and make sure it's actually working. I tested it once before, but I would like to make sure I didn't forget anything. I actually didn't do much on the payload map. I mean, it was more like a proof of concept. I just wanted to see how it played out. I do think it's really fun, but like many of the other game modes, people don't really play it. So I'm putting effort into this right now because people actually seem to really like it. There we go. It is uploaded. And that's pretty much it. Let me get it switched to the right screen. Okay, so this is my workshop page. This is the map that we just updated. I'm going to unsubscribe. And and resubscribe, and it will download. Theoretically, it should download. Go. It's just that fast. There. Nope. I'm forcing it to update. Okay. I'm going to close. I'm closing Unreal Engine. It is done downloading. Closing the other Unreal Engine. Loading. I see SteamVR is already up. I'm going to load up Pavlov. And then I'll switch it over. It is launching. And it should be coming up on the screen shortly. There we go. All right, out of the game. Let me switch my mic over. Got my headset on, hopefully you can hear me. It's backwards. I'm going to hop into my map. Turn the bots on just so I can test the game mode and make sure it's working right. Download because it's a new map. There we go. That's not right. Let's try this again. I don't think I fucked it up. Sometimes it doesn't update properly if you update it and then test it immediately. Give it a Steam cache or something. I don't know. Let's try that one more time then. Oh, did I? You know what it is? I didn't have it on Deathmatch. That's my problem. That was entirely user error. Even after I talked about, hey, make sure you set it to Deathmatch. You could theoretically leave one of the spawns in the spawn area as search and destroy spawns. I did not right now, sweetie. There we go. Should work. Just try it. Oh, you know I didn't move the spec, did I? Well, don't do what I did and leave that there. Traitor. This room might be a little big. But yeah, everyone's spawning. It looks funny because I didn't build the lighting. There should be some like creepy lighting in here. Mechanically, it should be working. Scoreboard. And shit, just gonna try to kill him real quick to show that it's working. Anybody else? Yeah. That's my teammate. How many more? Two more. I changed it slightly so it updates a little faster too. Or so it should update in 2 seconds now. I don't want to do it too much because, like I said, it updates all the scoreboards every time it updates, so more is bad. It has to send it all across the network. That should do it. And that's that. Oh,
and I've got to go. I hope that helps. I'm going to shut this off, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be on the Discord.
1 second, sweetie.